Hello guys, Happy New Year! Today we will guide you how to disassemble our power frequency inverter. This is our SPF 12 kT HVM, but we still can be used the same model such as the SPF 4 to 12 HVM, DVM, and MPV. Before you disassemble the inverter, you need to prepare the Allen key and the cross screwdriver. Okay, Mr. Pan, please show the Allen key. Power frequency inverter is very heavy, so maybe you need to lift them for several persons. When you disassemble the inverter, you need to be careful because there is one black wire connect to our LCD cover. And you can lift the cover softly and disconnect the wire. It's the correct operation. Okay, now we have seen our inside. I will introduce the components. This is our control board, and at the bottom is our main board. Next to the main board is MPPT board. Okay, now we will disassemble the control board. Before we take it out, we need to disassemble the buffer plate. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Brown, please. Okay, now we have disassembled the two buffer plates, and now we can disassemble the control board. If we see the control board, you will see some wires. For AC input wire, it's here. The red is light wire, black wire is neutral wire. And this is our AC output. It's the same with the input wire. Red is light wire, and the black wire is neutral wire. Okay, Mr. Brown, please. When you unplug these wires, you need to plug them together. I mean, contains the wire and the components, because it's easy to damage the wire if you only plug the wires. Later, I will introduce you guys what's the meaning of the wires. Actually, the control board contains two parts. One is the real control board. The other part is about the power part. When you take out the control board, you need to do like Mr. Pan did. Grab the components and lift it softly. Don't use your hands to touch the microchip. It's very easy to damage the chips. Okay, next we will disassemble the MPPT board. There are 4 plastic screws on the windpaper. You need to use the tool to loosen them. It's very easy to do that. There are 2 fans on the MPPT board. Every fan has 2 lines. One is control line and another is power line. Be careful. You can look at the marks on the MPP board. There are 2 PV inputs. When you take out the MPP board, you must grab the radiator and pull them softly and take them out. Okay, now we have taken the MPP board and the control board. Next step, we will take out the main board. For our main board, you need to lose the line wire and the neutral wire from the transformer. And if you look at the radiator, you will see 6 iron pins. Its function is that they can make the control board connect to the radiator sufficiently and fixed. So when you assemble other inverter, you need to remove the 6 iron pins into another inverter. It can be taken out. Mr. Pen, please. Like Ms. Prong did, you must grab the radiator softly and put them aside. Okay, until now we have disassembled all the boards, MP board, control board, and main board. Next, we will recover them. And I will introduce all the connection wire on the boards. Okay guys, we just disassemble the inverter. You will see the NPP boards, main boards, and the control board. Now we will recover them. Now firstly, we need to install the main boards. Before we assemble the main board, I will introduce you the components. On the main board, there are 2 positions. Look at this. Here and here, they are used in battery input wire. This is our negative wire and connect to here, and the positive wire connect to this position. And this wire is used in temperature sensor. It can connect to our control boards. And look at this wire. It's from a transformer and line wire and neutral wire. They will connect to this position and this position. Miss Brown, please. Grab the radiator on the main board and put them on the bottom. On the main board, there are 32 IGBT components. That's called diodes. Sorry, audience. 32 audience. Connect the negative wire into our main board. You must tighten the screws. Now we are connecting the line wire into our main board. You must assemble the wire sufficiently and make them fix on the radiator. Make sure they are connected tightly. Okay, when we disassemble the main board, we have taken out the 6 iron pins. It's very important. You need to assemble them on the radiator. Its function is then make the radiator separate from the control board. Next step, we will install the NPP board. Okay, main board has been installed. Next step, we will assemble the NPP board. On the MPP board, look at this position. There are two input, PV inputs, and one battery input. And you can connect the wire into the board. For this position, the two position it's used in the fans, and you can connect the fan wire into this position. And this is our control board on the MPP board. Later, I will introduce the connection wire. Okay, Ms. Brown, please. First, we need to assemble the 4 screws on the MPPT board. Mr. Peng is connecting the PV input wire. There are 2 PV input. Make sure positive and negative wire connect correctly. This is battery input wire. And our fans need to be connected on our MPP boards. Don't be lazy. You should assemble all the screws on the board and other components. Okay, the fan wire have been connected to the MPP boards. Until now, we have finished the process of installing mainboard and MPP boards. We'll put the wind paper on our MPP boards. Assemble the 4 plastic screws. Okay, our MPP boards have been installed. Next step, we will install the control boards. Okay, guys, our main boards, MPP boards have been installed. The last component is our control boards. We will install it. Okay, we will install our control boards. Mr. Peng, please. Mr. Peng is connecting the PV input wire into the control board. Sorry, it's AC inputs. The 2 wires are our AC outputs. there are too many connection wires on the control boards. Don't worry, before you assemble the inverter, you can take the photo. Later, I will introduce you every connection wire of the meeting. Okay, until now, Mr. Pan have installed the control board, and I will introduce you guys what's the meaning of this connection wire. Firstly, please look at this wire. This wire is the fan wire. You can connect the wire to the fans. There are three lines: control line and the power line. Please be careful. The second line, look at it, is black wire. It's used in the temperature sensor. It connects our radiator. And for this wire, it's special. It can be used in delaying the switching on the inverter. It means that you can start the inverter from remote place. And look at this wire. It's CN11. It's connected to our MPPT board. It can supply the power for MPPT. For this wire, it's connected to our Wi-Fi or GPRS communication boards. Look at here. And for this wire, it's connected to our MPPT board. And for these two interfaces, they are connected to our fans, the big fans. Other wires, they are AC input and AC output wire. I just introduced them. Okay, until now we have introduced almost all the connection wires. And the last step is we will recover the inverter, and Mr. Pump is connecting the LCD wire into our control boards. We have installed the control board, MPP board, and main board. We almost finished the process. The last step is to assemble the cover, and we need to connect the LCD parallel wire into our control boards. Mr. Brown, please. We will use the Allen key to assemble these screws. There are 6 pieces screws. Okay, all are finished.